Hello, in this video we are going to talk about one of the most important NLP patterns in Meta Model. This is called deletion in case of unspecified nouns. Okay, so many of us when we try to communicate, we can have a tendency of removing the nouns when we are communicating, assuming that the person may catch up to what we are trying to say. The person may come ahead and say they are not helping. So here you need to gather more information, you need to check in and interrupt that who are they who are not helping, who is exactly not helping you. Okay, this can be also useful when you are in a job scenario or in a business scenario. Who are we talking about, who exactly are we talking about, what are they not helping and what are they not helping with. Okay, there are a lot of questions that you can ask, that there are a lot of questions that you can go deep ahead into. The other person is assuming that you understand what they are trying to communicate, but you don't have to assume anything. Okay, you have to stop yourself from assuming what they're trying to say. This leads to communication error because we begin to assume that what they're trying to say, and they begin to assume something else that they're trying to say. This leads to communication issue. This is where we need to stop. If you're learning NLP, you need to stop there. Okay, you need to ask what specifically are you trying to communicate. This is how quarrels happen. Okay? I may come ahead and say I said you to do this. You say you never said that. Okay, and both are wrong because both assume that they had communicated what they intended to communicate. If you have to communicate correctly, you have to be specific about what you're trying to communicate. If you are the first person, communicate specifically what you want. Okay, if you're the second person, ask a lot of questions. Person can come ahead and say that needs to be fixed. This is what my mom does. That, find that. Okay, get me that needs to be fixed. Do it quick. Do what quick? Okay, bring what, fix what, how? That's what I behave like. What's happening? What are you saying? English or Hindi correctly, speak correctly. But she never understands. Okay, I'll probably share this video to her. So unless you're specific about what you're communicating, you cannot be sure that the other person may be able to understand it. Okay, you can push the blame to other person, but all the blame lies on you. You did not communicate correctly, and you have to accept the responsibility for not communicating correctly, especially if you're trying to become better. The person may say something needs to change. Okay, what exactly? You may feel that something needs to change around you. What exactly do I need to change around her? A room is not feeling vibey enough. What do you mean not vibey enough? What do I have to change? Okay, so if you're communicating with yourself with auditory digital, you have to interrupt yourself. You have to go into the meta position, observe your mind and interrupt yourself. I did that meta model exercise where you are able to go ahead and split from your body for a moment. Okay, you can do that and go into that state and then interrupt yourself. Okay, or you can do it naturally. Ask yourself as much question as possible. That's the only way to understand your own mentality, and if you understand your own mentality, you can understand everyone else. Someone else can come ahead and say, or your team member can say, we are dealing with it. What exactly? You can say, what exactly are you dealing with? What do you mean when you say you're dealing with, and what are you dealing with? The noun is missing. Noun is the most important thing. Verbs come later. You can delete the word, but you can still understand something. But if you delete the noun, the assumption can be totally different. That person told me. Who told you? Okay, this is how fights happen, right? That person told me that you said this and this. Who told you? What person? When? And why? You need to understand all the information before making your own judgment, before responding to the other person. So that is one of the most important patterns in Meta Model, where you go ahead and chunk in and go into the details of the information that you're getting from the world and try to understand what's really happening in the world. Unless you understand these patterns, unless you implement this into your own life, you cannot have lasting change in your life. Okay, lasting change requires transformation. If you apply these transformational principles into your own life, you can make a lot of change. So if to the example of if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling depressed, you can say to yourself, that makes me anxious, or that makes me feel depressed. You can ask yourself, you can stop right there. You can say to your mind, stop right there. If it's the other person, you can say, wait, tell me what is that? What makes you depressed? I don't understand. If it's coming from within your stomach, you feel anxious, depressed. What exactly is making me anxious, depressed? You have to be angry about it. And the way to get out of depression is actually anger, believe it or not. You basically by far, depression, anxiousness is also an energy. Okay, it's a downward moving energy. Anger is the outward moving energy. You have to turn this into an outward moving energy, turn this into anger. If you are unable to find why you are feeling anxious, why you are feeling depressed. You have to be angry about it. I cannot find it, I will find it. That's determination. That will make you feel better. Try it once. Okay, so I explained everything. I also brought into the aspect of anxious and depression having a mental mastery, and that's all for this video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's Yoga Mind Mastery Veer Confidence. Although most of the videos won't be available on YouTube directly, but again, from time to time I upload some amazing stuff that can help you be in touch with me much more. Okay, also follow me on Instagram, message me on Instagram on same Yoga Mind Mastery and Veer Confidence. That's all for this video. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. Namaste.